Oleksandr Usyk's advisor, Serhii Lapin, believes that the Fury chapter is closed after Frank Warren revealed last week that Fury still has interest in a trilogy fight against Oleksandr Usyk. Guys and girls, this is music to my ears, man. This is the kind of news that I like to hear about. Yeah, I hope wherever Tyson Fury is, I hope he's crying his eyes out, man. I hope he's in bed, he's crying on his pillow. Because the way Tyson Fury was running around earlier in the year, screaming from the top of the roof that he's going to have that trilogy fight against Oleksandr Usyk, it really rubbed me the wrong way, man. I can't lie. It really pissed me off. And I know a lot of fans from around the world, they were not happy with Tyson Fury. Because one thing I do not like, one thing I despise, yeah, is entitled people, man. People that feel like they're entitled to everything, to just get what they want when they want it. Do you know what I mean? I just don't like that. And Tyson Fury was just acting as if it is his God-given right to have a trilogy fight with Oleksandr Usyk after he already got smoked twice. I mean, how can shit like that happen? But we cannot let shit like that slide. You know, so when the advisor of Oleksandr Usyk comes at himself and puts out those type of statements, yeah, that means Oleksandr Usyk is in line with it too, right? Because Oleksandr Usyk pays this guy. He's employed by Oleksandr Usyk. So he will not come out the gate and say something like that unless Oleksandr Usyk himself is aware of it and he feels the same way. You know, he shares the same sentiment. So for me, this is great news. This should be an extra incentive for Fabio Wardley and Joseph Parker come Saturday night, man. Because there was always rumors, innit? There was always rumors in some quarters that the winner of this fight coming up on Saturday will fight Oleksandr Usyk, yeah? But we know how boxing goes, man. We know the politics in boxing. Uncle Frank, Turkey Al-Sheikh, we don't really know what these guys are thinking behind closed door. We don't know what they're talking about, what's going on, what brown envelopes are being passed around. You know what I mean? Like, so sometimes, like, when you hear that, oh, the winner of Wardley and Parker get Usyk, you're still a bit skeptical, you know, because we've seen some funny shit happen with Joseph Parker in a recent past year where he was meant to get a title fight, and then, you know, they kind of swerve him, you know, and then all of a sudden you go Daniel Dubois getting a title fight, even though Joseph Parker is a mandatory challenger. So I'm happy that the advisor, Oleksandr Usyk's advisor, has come out and said it. And like I said, man, this should be extra motivation, another incentive, if they need another one, for Wardley and Parker on Saturday. Guys, go out there and put on a hell of a show. Make sure you go all out. Do you know what I mean? Make sure you give us an entertaining fight. Because you know what? Let's say, for example, Parker goes out there on Saturday. Yeah, he wins. Let's say he wins a unanimous decision on points, but it's a cautious fight where both fighters scared to take any risks. And Parker, because he's the better boxer, he's more skilled, goes out there and just outscores Wardley. Yeah, and he's a stinker. Do you know what's gonna happen? Yeah, Frank Warren, aka Uncle Frank, yeah, Turkey Al-Sheikh, they're gonna come out and say, "Well, you know what? Good fight, lads, but he won't sell no tickets, man. You know, you guys are not entertaining. We didn't even do well on the pay-per-view sales. So Parker can't fight Oleksandr Usyk because this is boxing. It's all about money, it's business." And they're gonna say, you know what? Usyk has to fight Tyson Fury, the trilogy. Because at the end of the day, Usyk gets paid by Turkey Al-Sheikh. Oleksandr Usyk will not be making the money that he's made in the last couple of fights if he wasn't for Turkey Al-Sheikh. So a lot of Usyk's decisions are dictated by what Turkey Al-Sheikh decides to do. So I just hope for the two lads that are going out on Saturday, guys, put on a crazy display, man. Just go out there and just rock it out, man. We want to see an entertaining fight. I want to be at the edge of my seat. By the way, I'm going to be doing a watch along for that fight as well. So come along. I'm going to start from 7 p.m. right here on EMGM Sports. Come along, my people, man. Let's watch it together. All my people from down under, Australia, come along, man. Let's watch that fight together. It's going to be a hell of a fight. And both guys have to put on a great performance, because the last thing I want to see is Serhii Lapin and Uncle Frank coming up with excuses, man. Coming up with dumb excuses, yeah, to deny one of these guys a title shot. But you know what, yeah? Talking about title shots, yeah? If Fabio Wardley wins, because he's British, listen, I'm British, yeah? I back British fighters, but I feel like Joseph Parker's deserved the title shot for the longest, yeah? But because Fabio Wardley's British, Uncle Frank is British, Queensbury Promotion is a British boxing promotion. Listen, Fabio Wardley will get the fight immediately against Oleksandr Usyk, man. That is without a shadow of a doubt. Let's keep it real. If Joseph Parker wins, they might try and complicate the Kiwi. Do you know what I mean? They might try and complicate the Uso. They might try and curve him again, try and make up excuses. But listen, Parker just has to go out there and put on a hell of a performance. Knock out Fabio Wardley. I think a points decision, a points victory, they might make up excuses. He goes out, they blast Wardley out the water, knocks him out, renders him unconscious. Then the public will demand that fight, man. I don't think Serhii Lapin or Frank Warren can come up with any type of porky pies, because we're just not going to buy it. We're not going to buy it. You know, so it's all on Joseph Parker, man. It shouldn't really be, because the guy has done everything that's been asked of him. He's fought Wilder. He's fought Zhilei Zhang. He's fought Bakole. I mean, what more do you want him to do? Parker's got a better resume than Tyson Fury, man. And Tyson Fury's had what? How many bites of the cherry has Tyson Fury had at the title? Come on. Do you know what I mean? It's about time Joseph Parker, the big Uso, gets his chance. And listen, if Fabio Wardley goes out there and wins on Saturday, he deserves his chance as well, because at the end of the day, we're tired of seeing Oleksandr Usyk fight the same old guys. In the heavyweight division, who's Oleksandr Usyk for? Derek Chisora, Daniel Dubois, Tyson Fury twice, Daniel Dubois twice, Anthony Joshua twice. We're tired. We want to see a different fighter in there, someone that can give him a different look, different angle, different challenges, different problems. Let's see how Oleksandr Usyk can deal with a Joseph Parker or a Fabio Wardley. We want to see that. You know, so hopefully these type of statements that's coming out, I hope it comes to fruition. I really hope so, because we've been beaten too many times in boxing. We know how the politics of boxing go. I just hope this ain't smoke and mirrors and shit like that. I really hope this gets down, you know. And I've seen the recent interviews from Joseph Parker, yeah. He's finally rejoined us, a lot of the viewers of EMGM Sports and many boxing fans around the world. He's finally seen Uncle Frank for who he is, man. I see Joseph Parker in recent interviews. He's giving Uncle Frank that smoke. He's talking about, oh, certain promoters don't like me. Certain promoters only like certain British fighters. Mate, I've been banging a drum for the last year or so. Go, I've got the receipt. Go on my timeline, whatever. Go check out my videos. Go watch the conspiracy against Joseph Parker. Conspiracy 1, Conspiracy 2, Conspiracy 3. I don't know if I made Conspiracy 4. It's probably in there. Go check it out, man. I've been saying this shit for the longest, man. I've been telling Joseph Parker, Frank Warren don't like him. Frank Warren's protecting British fighters. I'm glad that Joseph Parker's finally coming to the realization that that's exactly what was happening to him. You know, he's been blackballed, man. They've been curving him. You know, they've been dacking him for the longest. So Joseph Parker has to go out there and put on a hell of a performance, because the reward at the end of it is massive. He'll get an opportunity to fight one of the greatest fighters of all time, the greatest heavyweight boxer of this era, undisputed champion, Oleksandr Usyk. What more incentive do you need? You know? So yeah, that was that for that. What other news have I got here? Oleksandr Usyk plans to fight 5 more times. Okay. So Oleksandr Usyk, he's planning to have 5 more fights. I thought Oleksandr Usyk was going to retire, you know, after his next fight. But, you know, listen, the bag's too big, man. He's getting the big bags from Serhii Lapin, and they've probably done a deal behind closed doors. They've promised him a certain amount of money. Usyk ain't going to walk away from that. There's still bread at the table. And also Usyk in the heavyweight division thus far hasn't taken any damage, any significant damage. He hasn't been knocked out. He hasn't been knocked down a couple of times. So he's still feeling like he's good. He still feels like he's the best guy out there. And I feel like Oleksandr Usyk is one of them guys that he wants to be challenged, man. He might have smoked Daniel Dubois, but he's thinking to himself, now, what about the next challenge? Bring me the next challenge. You know, so I think for Oleksandr Usyk, another 5 fights. My personal opinion, retire after your next fight. But listen, we can't tell fighters when to retire, especially someone great like Oleksandr Usyk. But just a word of caution, though. Oleksandr Usyk, what? He's going to be, what, 41 or what? Is he 39? He wants to retire 42, 41, whatever. Yeah, just be careful because there are a few hungry lions coming along the way. And what happens a lot of the time, when these great fighters hang around for too long, someone like Roy Jones comes into memory, comes into my mind. You hang around for too long, all of a sudden you get smoked. You get knocked out by some guy that's not even deserving of knocking you out. Some guy that is not even, you know what I mean, he's not even worthy of lacing up your boots, you know, and he goes in there and smokes you. That's my only worry for Oleksandr Usyk, that he's going to eventually lose against someone who doesn't deserve to beat him, man. That's my worry for him. So 5 fights for me, I think, is a stretch. Things a bit too much. I think have 1 or 2 more fights. Have a big fight against Joseph Parker-Fabio Wardley, the winners of that, and then go have a big money fight with Jake Paul or someone like that. Make more millions and then walk away, man. What more do you want to achieve? Undisputed champion, the cruiserweight division. Undisputed champion at the heavyweight division. I mean, there's nothing really more that you want to achieve. But I guess the bag is just too big from the Saudis. He just can't walk away from it. But that's the danger. That is the danger, man. That's why the Bible says money is the root of all evil. Be careful, man. Money can lead you to dark places, man. Money can take you to places where you don't want to be. And for Oleksandr Usyk, man, because of that bag, he sees the bag and he feels like he's so superior to all the other heavyweights. He's thinking, you know what, I can hang around another 5 fights. He's probably looking at the heavyweight division landscape and he's thinking, after AJ, Fury, Joshua and Dubois, who really else is there? He does not believe the other guys can really cause him a problem. But I want to tell you now, I think Joseph Parker, Aji Kabayao cause Oleksandr Usyk big problems. I'm not saying they beat him, but I'm saying they're gonna challenge him. They might even take him to the max, you know what I mean, to the limit, you know what I mean. He might struggle against these guys. So for Oleksandr Usyk, listen, I'm happy for him and everything he's achieved. But another 5 fights, I reckon out of the 5 fights, he might lose 1 or 2, you know. I'm just looking at his age. Yeah, he looked good against Daniel Dubois, but Father Time waits for no one. And in boxing, trust me, you can age in a blink. You might be healthy right now. Get in that ring, all of a sudden, man, your legs can't move. You know, so for Oleksandr Usyk, listen, I wish him all the best. One of the great fighters of all time, but just a word of caution. Be careful what you wish for, man. You know, my people, I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk, let's conversate. I reply to every single comment, so don't worry about that. Once again, thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. It's me, your boy Enzo, the realest in the game. Please don't forget to smash the like button. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe because you're really going to help the channel to grow. I'll be back real soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed, my people. Peace.